Good day, YouTube. This is J Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on HITI. I've talked about them a couple times here on the channel. Those of you that follow me know I go over MJ pretty much all the time, not on a daily basis, but close to it. But HITI's still, it's down, although it is still one of my favorites. Down over 77% in the last year. In the past 3 months, down over 30%. Here in the past month, it's down 0.5%. Here in the past week, it's down as well. And here it's also down today. So staying at these levels, it's tempting to buy some more. I have a couple hundred shares of this one. Always looking to add more. So every time I talk about them, they're got some good news or something coming out. So but this is an MJ stock in Alberta, Calgary, founded in 2009, market cap of 88 million, high today of $1.48, low of $1.39, 52-week high of $7.98, and a low of $1.35. Average volume of 566,000, and volume here today of 50,000. So doesn't seem like much. Here's a look at their last earnings. So it looks like they were estimated at minus 0 or 9 cents, and actual is 0.04. Here's a look at some old history back when I was buying it for in the $4 range. It looks like that one was canceled, but you can see how much it's came down since then. I probably tried lowballing those, but don't have those here in this account anymore. They were transferred out. Moving on over here to Microsoft Bing, currently showing it as a buy, and usually gives a projection there, but price, since it's in the dollar range, it doesn't. HITI is extremely undervalued. That's what I've been saying for quite some time, but I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just stating my opinion. But analysts at Frederico Gomes is sending the love to a Canadian MJ retailer HITI, and singing its praise for a new research note to clients on Tuesday. Gomes said investors will want to take advantage of the down but not out stock, which is industry tailwinds to support expansion in Canadian MJ market. So I've been covering this one for quite a while, since it was HITIF, HITID, now it's HITI. So but HITI is one of Canada's largest MJ retailer, revenue by 140 stores across Ontario. When I first started covering them, I think they were in the 90s, and they were trying to get to 100 by the end of last year, and now they're at 140. So each time I talk about them, they're adding new stores, just constantly growing. So I also like their online sales platform. They have a couple of them with hemp-derived CBD and MJ accessory business. So they're just kind of all over the place. Not only are they expanding with stores, but also the online presence. So it's kind of like Walmart and Amazon all in one. So by the proliferation of MJ shops across the country, everyone now knows about the growing business in selling pot and accessories. And HITI is one of the companies making a name for itself by acquiring stores and expanding into new territory. So seems like they're always getting into a new territory. I got a couple articles coming up about this. Management intends on continuing the process, as witnessed by its latest announcement on Monday that it closed a $19 million credit facility with Connect First Credit Union, the aim of which is to help grow HITI's store count. Our growth has been amplified since we launched our innovative discount club model in October of 2021, and we are now operating 140 Canna Cabana locations across Canada, with 36 additional stores having been added to our portfolio year to date through organic growth and accretive acquisitions. So constantly growing. Looks like here's a new goal. Our goal is to continue gaining market share rapidly by increasing our store count from 150 by the end of the calendar year and to 200 by the end of 2023. So they are growing at a pretty good rate. They're not growing obnoxiously, where it's scaring me away. I mean, growing at about 50 to 100 stores per year. So, I mean, in time, that's got to just explode the stock once it becomes legal. I know they've been keeping an eye on the United States for whenever that is legalized. Who knows when that will be? Hopefully, we'll find out some more information after elections coming up here in November. So that's closing in. So seems like it was 6 months away, and now it's getting close to being a month away. So we'll see what that does. But these are all long-term holds for myself. But I don't really buy these and just dump them. So I'm in them for the long term. But ATB is currently favoring retailers over LPs in the space because retail consolidation is happening at a faster pace, with all of the independent mom and pop shops likely leaving over time, making it easier to pick a few names in the space that are probably going to outlast the competition. And feel free to pause and go over the rest there. HITI closes. Here's some more information about closing the $19 million non-dilutive credit facility with Connect First Credit Union. This was just dated on Monday. So again, they're a leading retail-focused MJ company with brick and mortar and e-commerce assets. Pleased to announce the further to the press release dated August 18th that it has closed the $19 million senior secured credit facility with Connect First, with an initial 5-year term at Connect First floor interest rate. I'm extremely pleased that we have successfully closed the credit facility with Connect First today. Our business has been on an impressive upward trajectory for the past few years, and we are now able to further capitalize on the strong momentum with the facility in place. So now operating 140 stores, and some of this we kind of already went over. So like I said, went over some of this, so just going to kind of scroll through it. As you can see, 200 by the end of 2023. Over here on Reddit, are you guys still buying HITI? I have. I've been buying on the dip. So interaction of form and function, HITI earnings. Lobbyists double down prior to midterms with safe banking for MJ Company's benefit. Interaction of form and function. Not much on there. Over here on StockTwits, currently at $1.42, 52-week low of $1.36. So sometimes I'll put in a buy order, a limit order, and just put it for $1.36. Sometimes $1.35 just to see if it fills. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So if it fills, great. If it doesn't, try again the next time. It could go down further, so you never know. 52-week high of $7.98. So that's just kind of how I do it sometimes. Not that I give tax, legal, or trading advice. Just got to be cheap. Got to be a cheap ass when you're buying stocks. So you don't want to buy them and then have them go down. So that's the whole point that I'm trying to make. But I've talked about fire and flour a couple times here on the channel. Might have to take a look at that one as well. What is the next step, up or down? So it's got to go up eventually. It might go down, but it's got to go up eventually. Wonder if that's how many shares they have in building for future wealth. Somebody's hungry for shared. Come on, someone sell to me. Not much info there. Over here on Msn Money, currently at $1.41. And this is showing a buy rating with analyst target price of $7.56. Shows how they beat earnings. But that's all that I have on HITI. Shall be making more videos on HITI, and if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing. So it looks like it hit the 52-week low yesterday, $1.38. 52-week low of $1.35, so it had to be right in here somewhere. But if you have HITI, go ahead and list that in the comments along with your cost basis, any other information you'd like to share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing, and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is Msn Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.